I caught my mother and my husband on bed, and my husband is begging me, telling me that my mother used juju on him. Story time. I married my husband. And when I married my husband, the way my mother is always praising my husband, I was thinking that, oh, maybe because of the way he likes him. Anytime my husband comes to our house, maybe we visited, he will buy something like food stuff, rice, oil, and all those things. Then my mother will be requesting that he should buy something special for her. At first, I did not see it as anything. And one day, my father got angry and asked my mother, "What do you mean by special things for you?" And she said, "Oh, because I am the mother of the bride. I am the and the person that gave her this beautiful girl. He needs to be gave him the beautiful girl, that he needs to be buying something special for him. So because of that, anytime that we want to go to and visit my family, I will personally buy something for my mother. And yet he will still complain, saying that it should have come from my husband. And to me, I did not see it as anything until I gave birth. When I gave birth, I invited my mother for omugo. When I invited my mother for omugo, we live in 2 rooms and parlor, two bedroom flats. And the other room, we prepared it for my mother. But what did my mother do? Instead of going to that room, he told us that, as in, she insisted that she must be sleeping on the same bed with me. And her reason is because she doesn't want my husband to start touching me when the baby have not grown, that the baby is still young. Then my mother stayed for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and my husband was asking me, when is she going? I told my husband that I don't know how to tell her to start going. After all, she has been helping me until we got to the third month. And anytime I noticed that anytime my husband wants to come close to me, my mother would try to interrupt. You know, I was thinking that maybe she was doing that because my baby was still too small. After 3 months of giving birth, though, and every little thing, my mother would tell me, make sure that your baby grow before you start meeting your husband again. I did not know that my mother has eye for my husband. To my greatest surprise, I noticed that my mother has been putting small small things for me, something like sleeping pills, so that I will sleep. Because that because I gave birth, I don't sleep too much. Anytime my baby cry, I will just wake up. So she started putting sleeping pills. When I found out the first time, I thought she was doing it so that I will rest very well as a new mom. But I noticed something. I notice how close she's getting to my husband. And most times when I wake up in the night, I will not see my mother on the bed. My baby will be there. Sometimes I'll be attending to my baby. I will not even look for where she is. I might be thinking that, oh, maybe she's in the sitting room. This thing continued until one day I wake up the same way. That day she put something on my drink, but I flushed it because she wasn't there. So I flushed it. I did not sleep, and she did it such that I will sleep very well. I will not even remember to turn like that. Then I flushed that in. At night, the same way she usually leave the room, I wake up and I did not see her in the room. So that was how I started looking for her. And I did not make noise while looking for her because at some point I started suspecting her movement and all of that. And my husband too, I was kind of suspecting her. So that was how I managed to enter the other room where my husband is supposed to be sleeping, only to see my husband and my mother on bed without clothes. I screamed. I asked my mother, what is the meaning of this? Don't you know that what you just did is an abomination? She kept quiet. She did not say anything. That was how my husband went on his knees, begging me, telling me that my mother must have used something for him to make him agree to this. That ever since he got married to me, that my husband has been telling him how good she is on bed, that he should try her. That most of the time that my mother visits me, that the reason she leaves the house, even though she's not going anywhere important whenever I'm not around, is because of my mother. He started telling me a lot of things that my mother had been trying, how my mother had been trying to get him to bed, and suddenly how it happened that he did not know. I asked my mother, is that why you have been stopping my husband from coming to me, telling me that my baby is still young? After like 3 to 4 months, so. And ever since then, my mother is not even planning to go home. My father have been asking her, when are you coming? And she said, oh, the baby is, that I needed help, this, that I don't have a house help. And I don't know what to do right now. I told my mother that I am going to my village. I will report to my father. I will report to the Omona. And this will be the last time that she will come to my house. And for my husband, I told him that I might not even continue with the marriage. But at this point, I don't know what to do. Whether to continue with the marriage, because my husband is making me believe that my mother used something on him for him to agree. But is he a baby? Why don't he tell me all this while that my mother has been making advances on him? Why? At this point, I don't know what to do. Guys, what do you think I should do? Tell me under the comment section and do well to share this video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. My boyfriend of 7 years wanted me to give him money to come and pay my bride price. Story time. You know, I started dating my boyfriend 7 years ago. But before I met him, I have dated several guys, and none of them treat me well. Some of them even beat me when I did small thing like that. So, due to the experience I had with other men, the moment I met this my boyfriend, he became so caring. I was asking myself, oh, is this how relationship feels like? Because the guy is special. He's a good boy. He's treating me like I am a queen. Yes, in as much as he doesn't have money, I am the one that is providing the money and everything. And I also noticed that anytime I give him money to put in his business, the money will just vanish. I don't know if it is spiritual or physical. This problem continued over and over again. And ever since I started dating him, due to my experience with men before him, people have been coming to for marriage. I keep telling them I'm in a serious relationship for 7 good years. And within these years, anytime I ask my friend, when are you coming to see my people? He will tell me that it is the money, that the moment he gathered the money, that he will go and see my people. And I told him that sometimes let him go and let my people know, so that my mother will stop calling me to tell me that, oh, this person came to ask for your hand in marriage, or this person wants to marry you, because that has been the case all this while. So when I told him to come and see my parents so that they will stop telling me that people are coming for my hand in marriage, he told me that he would do that. This thing. So he told me that it is when he gathered money that he'll come and see my parents, that he cannot go there without, presenting anything. At some point, I told him to start saving his own money. Let me be bringing the one that will be using for feeding. Because I was believing that if I leave him, I might not find another man that is good like him. So, but from the way his business is going, I was suspecting that maybe there is spiritual power that is fighting him, because no matter how much you put in that business will not do well. Okay, even to the point that I have gone to my brother. I begged my brother to give me 2 million naira. Within 2 months, you cannot tell where the money goes to. But due to the fact that my age is no longer on my side and he's a good person, I said, let us find a way for him to come and pay my bride price, and maybe we'll find a way to fight this thing. But the problem right now is that even though I told him to be saving his own money, he could not save it. When I asked him, okay, what happened to the money? He would tell me that he doesn't know. The next thing I told him, start giving me the money. Let me be saving it. He said no. That is his problem. He doesn't want me to be controlling him according to him. But to me, it is not control. I was just trying to help him to save the money, since I'm providing for the feeding and everything. Right now, my friend is telling me that it will be wise for me to borrow him money to come and pay my bride price. And in as much as I want that marriage to happen, I don't know if I should give him money to come and pay my bride price, or should I wait until he was able to gather his own money. But from the look of things, I don't see him getting that amount to come and pay my bride price. But I don't want also to give him money for my own bride price. At least let me have a little respect in that marriage. What do you guys think I should do? Tell me under the comment section, because this guy is good all round, but only money issue is his own problem. So what do you think I should do? Let me know, okay? And share this video. Thanks for watching.